time to talk some soccer. And Al Ninos is here to tell us everything we need to know. Don't forget, it's March, and that means the madness is here. So when you're at picksandparlays.net, use the promo code BALLER, and it'll save you 15% at checkout. We're going to start off with number 8, Tottenham. They're hosting number 5, Man United. Tottenham's coming off a 1-1 loss at Burnley. They've got a lot of injuries on that squad. They lost the 4 games before that draw. They were just eliminated from the Champions League in a 3-0 loss to Leipzig. Man U, on the other hand, they're coming off a 2-0 win against number 2 ranked Man City, have 4 wins, a draw in their last 5. I'm showing Tottenham plus 225, Man U plus 125, or the draw at 240. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I think Man U's looked a lot better lately. Bruno Fernandes really been great for them, and he really carried this team. Tottenham, on the other hand, still missing 2 of their best players, Kane and Son, and really struggled without them. They didn't look good at all in that Champions League matchup with Leipzig, losing 1-0 at home, then following that up with 3-0 loss in Germany. And back in England now, and Manchester United pulling off that big upset against City, and I think they carry that momentum over into this one, and I think they get the win here, and I'm taking them at plus 136 on the money line.
All right, take Man U. They have gotten so much better. They were yucky at the beginning of the season. Okay, we're going to go to West Ham and the Wolverhampton Wanderers. West Ham is 16 in the EPL, coming off a 1-0 loss at Arsenal. They've got 3 losses, a draw in the win in their last 5. Now, Wolverhampton has won the last 3 meetings against West Ham. They're coming off a 0-0 loss to Brighton. They've got 3 wins, a loss, and a draw, and they're about to play a very good Olympiacos team on Thursday before they see West Ham. So I'm worried or wondering, will that deplete them? I'm showing West Ham plus 195, Wolves 145, and the draw at 235.
Again, I think we're getting some nice value on the money line here. I think the Wolves are just a better team, and they should job done on the road here. They're coming off that disappointing draw against Brighton, but yeah, as I said, I think they'll get the job done here. I'd be more concerned if they were in the Champions League playing on Tuesday or Wednesday, but getting that extra day or two's rest, playing on Thursday, I think they should be just fine in this matchup. And I like the Wolves here at plus. I see them at plus 146.
All right, Al says take the Wolves. They're going to handle West Ham. All right, so let's move on. We'll do Brighton and Arsenal. Now, Arsenal has been hot, and Brighton is most definitely not. They're going to be hosting the game. They've got 1 loss and 4 draws in their last 5 games. They drew with Wolverhampton 0-0. This team is in trouble. They're 15th in the Premier League, not looking great. But Arsenal, on the other hand, 4 wins and a loss in their last 5, number 9 in the league. They've had 2 wins in a row. The last one was 1-0 to West Ham. I'm showing Brighton plus 205, Arsenal plus 130, and the draw at 240. What do we do here?
Again, this I think is a kind of mismatch. I mean, Arsenal's coming off a pretty embarrassing 2-1 loss to Olympiacos. I'm a Panathinaikos fan myself, but shout out to them. But yeah, they've been good in the Premier League though since Aubameyang got back. They're coming off 3 straight wins there in the Premier League, and they did lose Torreira. He's out for 8 to 10 weeks with a fractured ankle, so that's a pretty big loss for them. But in this matchup, although Brighton's been all right, they've had a lot of draws, I guess, but they're still winless in their last 9 games. This is pretty tempting to take the draw here, as we have 2 of the top 3 teams in the league when it comes to that. Arsenal with 13 draws, Brighton with 11 of them. But again, I think Arsenal is a slightly better team here and should get the job done, especially now being knocked out of the Champions League. They just got to give this all they got. So I'm sorry, of the Europa League. And so I'm taking Arsenal here to win at plus 138. Make sure you shop around. Yeah, I see a little more value there at plus 138.
All right. Okay, another free EPL pick from Al Ninos. Let's do Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. Bournemouth, number 18, hosts Crystal Palace, number 11. Bournemouth lost to Liverpool at Liverpool 2-1. They've got a win, 3 losses, and a draw in their last 5. Crystal Palace, on the other hand, has 3 wins in a row. The last one was 1-0 versus Watford. That was their 10th win over Watford, as a matter of fact. I'm showing Bournemouth at plus 130, Crystal Palace plus 210, and the draw at plus 225.
Yeah, again, this one is, I think, well, Bournemouth is fighting for their Premier League lives. You know, they're sitting at the bottom of the table. They're fighting for that, not to get relegated. And, well, I think they have a pretty good chance to make it out of that relegation. I think they'll have a bit of trouble in this spot. The Crystal Palace is just the better team and obviously much better form, as you said, on their 3-game winning streak here. I think they're in a good spot to extend that streak, and we're getting a lot of plus money on them on the money line. So I'm taking a shot at Palace. I see them at plus 217.
All right. Some good value. It really is. Okay, so
the much hotter team, it sure is, yeah.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that once I kind of looked it all over. I guess Bournemouth's at home. You got that going for you, but still.
Yeah. They've been good at home, but yeah, really bad form lately. I said those 3 losses in the last 5. Yeah, not looking great lately. So I don't know if home field will help them that much here. Okay,
so last one. This is a Monday game. Everton is going to host Liverpool. Liverpool's number 1 in the land. Everton is number 12. They just lost 4-0 at Chelsea. They've got 2 losses, 2 wins, and a draw in the last 5. Liverpool, 2 wins, 3 losses in their last 5, but they are coming off a 2-1 win to Bournemouth. We were talking about that. They're playing Atletico on Wednesday in the Champions Leagues, and then they head over to Everton on Monday. Do you think that'll have anything to do with how they're feeling during the game? Everton's at plus 360. Liverpool's at minus 135, and the draw is at plus 295. Could be tricky. What do you think?
Yeah, they're already behind. They lost their the first leg of their Champions League match, the 1-0. So they're really gonna have to focus on that. But that being said, they're the much better team in this matchup, and this is a really short. I mean, we're laying some juice, but it's really not that much juice considering like the team we're getting. They only have 2 losses this year in the Premier League, and well, I just don't see Everton keeping this one. I mean, at least we're not laying goals with Liverpool, which usually we have to do to get any value out of them. Right. So, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say here is I'm taking Liverpool on the money line at minus 128.
Ooh, you got a better number than I saw. I got $1.35.
Yeah, you definitely got to shop around for those juicy money lines. So don't want to lay too much when you don't have to.